Hey guys, in this lecture, our task is to create photorealistic flowers, set sublayers, and render with realistic iridescent or rainbow reflective material. So let's start with the flower making, and it begins with creating a new fabric. Then select the polygon tool from right side, or you can click H hotkey on your keyboard. Now with the help of polygon tool, create a flower. I'm making simple flower, but you can create a very intricate flower by tracing an image in 2D window. And there we go. I have my first petal and I can copy and paste it to get other petals. And now my drawing part is finished. And next go for showing. In this case, segment sewing is a best option to attach petals to the middle circle. And we have almost double outer petals, so we need to add some points on middle circle. Further, select our segment sewing tool and attach outer petals to the middle portion. Now sewing part is completed, so we can set in a order with the help of set sublayer tool. And this is very interesting tool. When we select this tool, only pattern outline appears in 2D window. Next, click on petal to be arranged on top, and you will notice the selected petal outline turns red, and a red arrow follow along the mouse cursor. Then click on another petal that should be arranged below the first petal. Click, and we can notice a black arrow which is connecting our two selected petals. Also, we can see a plus sign at the center of the arrow, which indicates the order of two petals. Now repeat the process for all petals. And there we go. Now our flower is ready for simulation. But before this, I want to make more copies of it so I can arrange on my garment. All set. Now open a garment file. And let's assign another fabric from library. I'm selecting silk organza in this case, so we can later change it to reflective material. Now it's time to arrange your flowers on garment. For this, you can create small internal lines of exact measurements by right-clicking. And after that, you can use segment sewing tool for attaching these flowers one by one. Next, press simulation button or space bar on your keyboard. And it looks fine to me, so I'm clicking again on simulation button to stop it. Now, next task is to create reflective material for our garment as well as for flowers. I'm sure now you are wondering what is the reflective material. So it is a type of material that reflects the light in low light or dark conditions. And CLO3D allow us to create a iridescent reflective material that shows us different colors at different angles. So let's see how it works. And first select your fabric in object window or object browser, and then go to the property editor to customize it. CLO3D applies a general material type to it. It's a fabric matte. This material type allows us to make a huge variety of fabrics and adjust them with texture maps and other parameters here. However, there are some materials that you cannot make with it. For example, reflective material. Click on fabric mat and you will see a bunch of material, or how it is also called shaders. Basically, each shader is a set of instructions that say to the render engine how to interpret and render the material surface. I will not explain shaders in detail in this video. Just remember that you need to select a iridescent shader to have the reflective material. The effect of this shader is only visible in render window. So let's open our render window. Go to render tab, render, and turn on interactive render. This button right here. Now you can adjust the colors in property editor. And for this, let's go to very end of the material properties and you will find the iridescence properties. Here we have colors, and these colors define what color you will see on fabric in a render window. I'm assigning different colors here. And here we go. Now it looks perfect, but we can make some adjustments, like we can increase the weight value here, and it looks like it's a contrast and brightness parameter. Then let's adjust the roughness. I don't like these glossy areas, so I will increase this value. Also, the rougher surface gives us smoother transition between colors. And finally, we can change the hue value and experiment with different color combinations. Also, you can notice that the colors are too faded. It's because we have a white base color on the garment. So click on the color icon here and select the color. And I think this gray color is good choice here. And now it looks better. And we have a rainbow looking reflective material. Let's make some changes in flower fabric. In order to make this fabric look realistic, you can either create a low light environment, changing light properties in the render window, or decrease the weight parameter to make it less bright in daylight or studio light. So these are some suggestions you can keep in mind. And here is the final look. Awesome. And that's it.